Hello everyone. Thank you for stopping by my channel. If your first time, thank you. I'm going to do the attempt with the Peekaboo t-shirt. So I got my shirt. It's 100% cotton, and I did print out the picture I'm going to use. This is a picture me and my husband. I'm going to use it, and I'm using a gray shirt, and I sublimated the picture. I'm going to lay it on my shirt where I want it at, and I'm just going to put some marks where I'm going to stop when I use my rotary cutter, where to stop at, so I won't go too far. And let me show you my rotary cutter. And this is the cutter I'm going to be using. And like I said, I'm just going to put a mark here and here, here, and here. And this is the Hem Adhesive Heat and Bond. You also could get this in a roll. I bought this at Joann's, and it have 4 different sizes in it. And you can also get the heat and bonded, the roll, and you just cut the size of the strips that you want. And then I'm going to place it on here. And I bought this marker right here from the dollar store. And that's just what I'm going to put my marks on my t-shirt, so I know where to stop and don't go past the cut. Okay, and I use the same color as my shirt. So you see, you barely could see where I put my lines at. I know not to go past, cutting past these lines, these little dots, I'm sorry. Now I'm just going to get my rotary, and I got my cutting board right here. But you got to put the cutting board in between your shirt. So now I'm putting the cutting board in between my t-shirt, because you can't cut it. You need something sturdy that the razor won't go through and cut the opposite side of your shirt. So use a ruler or whatever you have, so you could do straight lines. You could do straight lines, you could do diagonal lines, however you want to cut your peekaboo holes, do so. And don't make it too wide, or you won't be able to see your picture underneath, okay? So I'm just going to use this because I can't find my ruler right now. And I'm just going to go across like that and stop at the dots that I showed you. Like I said, this is my first one. I done made a boo-boo already, y'all. Look what I did. I cut it too. But this is my first try. Hope none of you all make this mistake. And once you do it, put pressure down. Make sure you're doing pressure, and you won't have to keep going like this back and forth. You want to be able to go across one time. That way you won't make that mistake I just did. That's a mistake right there, because I'm going all like this. So also the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a sheet of paper and put my lines on it and cut through the paper and make sure my lines are straight. I'm going to make another video. This is my first one. Okay, I'm done cutting my slits. Before I sit this down, make sure you close it up so no one will cut their cell. Make sure you, if you're using this, make sure you close it to put your blade back in so no one cuts their cell before you sit it back down. Okay, so I did my slits. See? Okay, next you're going to turn it inside out. Make sure when you turn it inside out, you flatten all your cuts. Flatten them so they wouldn't be budged. You don't want them to budge like that. Just flatten them before you put your picture on it. Next, I'm going downstairs to my heat press and press this on a piece of my white 100% polyester material. I'm going to cut a square out and heat press this to that. That's your next step. Next, you get your picture, lay your 100% polyester on top of your cutting board, and you're going to leave a little material out. Leave it a little material out where you're going to put your heat and bond on. And then you just cut around this. And that's the part you're going to flip your picture. Since it's sublimation, you flip it this way so you can press it onto your polyester. Okay, I cut my square out from my 100% polyester. And I remember to leave some so you could put your heating bond on here. Not on your picture, but on here. So that's why I left some. It's not exactly the same size. Now I'm going to take this to my heat press and press my picture on here. Remember, it's sublimation, so you got to flip it. Make sure you flip it. Now, I use my heat press to press out my image. Let me show you. On my, okay. I use my heat press for this part. But I'm using my mini to do the rest with my heat bond. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn this over backwards. I did press this down some around where my heat bond going to go. Around here. Okay. Then I'm going to just place this on where it need to go. But I got to turn it on the other side and put it down my heat bond so it could, so it could press on the opposite side, y'all. And remember I told you all I'm using this right here. The heat bond, it comes in strips and different. This is a 4-pack rolls. So I'm using this size right here. And it's just going to be placed down on here like this. Okay. Then I'm going to flip my picture over and press it. Okay, so what I did was I took my strips and I heated up my material, my polyester material, because this heated bonded is adhesive on both sides. So I trimmed what I wanted to put around it, heated up, and just stuck the ends of it. Hopefully this gonna work. This is my first time, y'all. So we doing this together. So now I gotta flip it over and hope this don't come off. And then I flip it over, then I'm gonna press it. And I'm gonna put a Teflon sheet on top, and I'm gonna press it, and we're gonna see how it turn out. Okay. Hopefully this work. Let me see. That one's sticking. Okay, that's sticking. Okay. I'm gonna turn it over and cross my fingers. Hope it worked. My first time. Okay. I see my mistakes. This is my first shirt. And I see my mistakes. I cut it too long because now you can see the white part right there. So that was one of my mistakes in here. And other than that, I think this one is too wide. So this was my first time, y'all. So I'm looking it over and seeing where my mistakes is at. And I can see. So my cuts should have been my picture should have been wider, or my cuts needed to come in some more. The lines are too long. The cuts are, my picture should have been wider. So it should go beyond here, beyond where I cut. That picture should have been here, starting here. Okay? Or make your cuts shorter so you won't see the white part. Okay? So that was my number 2 mistake, my cuts. Okay? Other than that, I think I did pretty good. Another thing you got to make sure when you're putting that heating bond on, make sure it's strictly on the part that you need to iron. If not, it's going to attach to the other part or parts of the t-shirt that you don't want it to be on. And that's where I made my mistake. If you can see right here. Okay. So I just wanted to show you. Other than that, it's okay. I'm going to do another. This is my first one. I was really excited about doing it. And make sure your cuts are straight. There go another mistake I made with the cut right there. But other than that, it's kind of cool. But what I think I'm going to do, something a little different. I don't know what. Probably make them A little smaller, whatever. But anyway, that's my peekaboo. I guess you could just do this or whatever. I don't know. But I put a picture in there of me and my husband. So that's the t-shirt, my peekaboo t-shirt. I'm going to get better on my next one. Thank y'all for watching. I do make mistakes. So, but I wanted to show you at least what you need to do, the process of doing it. Thank you. Everyone have a blessed day.